Being kind is not good enough. One of the greatest, if not the most significant examples of altruism within the whole of Tanakh is presented to us at the beginning of Parshat Vayeira. Abraham, who had just had his circumcision, was sitting in pain outside his tent in the heat of the day, looking for strangers. And he saw 3 strangers in the distance. He ran to them. And then the Torah tells us how he brought them towards his tent. And then we are told, Vayeira oela el Sarah. Abraham rushed into the tent to Sarah. Vayomer, and he said to her, Mahari, quick, we've got to get a meal going as soon as possible. It is significant that the term maher, meaning quick, is repeated. Vaya maher, Abraham rushed into the tent and he said to Sarah, Mahari, quick, we've got to get going, indicating that sense of urgency. Now, Abraham easily could have been relaxed at the time. After all, if not for his kindness, these 3 strangers would not have even known of his existence because he ran after them. And they, if not for him bringing them to his tent, would be walking along by themselves without anything to eat or drink. So let them wait. But that wasn't his attitude. He and Sarah went all out to guarantee that they wouldn't have to wait 1 moment extra than was necessary in order to have something to eat and to drink. There is a fascinating question which is asked with regard to the mitzvah of tzedakah, giving charity. Why don't we have a bracha before this mitzvah? After all, it's a mitzvah like all the other mitzvot of the Torah. Wouldn't it be wonderful that every time before I give to charity, I recite a bracha? Wouldn't that show how crucially integral our responsibility to our fellow human beings is within our responsibility to God? And yet, there is no bracha. Quite a number of answers are given to this question, one of which is given by Reb Simcha Bunim of Peshischa, the 18th century great Hasidic master, and he said as follows. Let's say a poor person is standing in front of me at my door begging for food. Before I recite the bracha, I will probably want to wash my hands. I will be reciting God's name. I will stand up there to build up sufficient kavanah, to have the proper intention. I will cite the blessing, every word with meaning. In the meantime, the poor fellow might collapse and die. You can't wait when it comes to charity. There is always an element of urgency, and that's why there is no bracha. That's something that Abraham and Sarah appreciated when they rushed to help those who were hungry and thirsty. From them we learn that being kind is not good enough when it is on our own terms. True kindness has empathy at its heart. Shabbat Shalom.